Alright guys, what is going on? Oink here, and today is a new seasonals video, and I'm going to start off with the winners from last week's time trial challenge. And so in first place we have GTP Danger Zone 641 with a 44.368. In second place Tom H Lord with a 44.738, and in third we have Owen TQ 128 with a 44.886. So all quite close. Congratulations to GTP Danger Zone for the win there, but thanks to all you guys who submitted, and the top three there. Very nice laps indeed. Now, last week may well have been the last challenge that I will set, because we have a brand new event in this time trial weekly, like bi-weekly update thing. So I'm going to get straight into that. Again, thanks to everyone who submitted, and let's get into what is new. Okay, so if we head straight into seasonal events, of course, we will see a brand new event called Overtake Challenge number 1 next to our classic time and drift trials. Now, it's the general concept for this is much like in some of the license tests. You basically got to overtake a few cars in a short section of a track with a given car. You don't need to have the car yourself in your garage. And yeah, they seem to be fairly challenging, but more about just getting used to the car and practicing it. The gift for all gold is a ticket 1000, which if I'm not wrong is just any random car in the game, and for bronze, silver and gold you get restoration tickets and paint. The paint seems to be a rare paint, because I only got, of the three, I got 2 matte colours and a chrome colour, so it seems to be a decent paint. The tracks, we got a Route 246 in a BRZ, we've got the Suzuka in the Honda Vida, whatever, and the Nürburgring 24 Hour in the GTR N24. And again, you don't have to have any of these cars. It gives you the cars all set up ready to go. So let's jump straight in. I'm going to show you the replay and just give you some tips, and then you guys can watch it back if you need some if you want to have references for where I'm overtaking, accelerating, braking, all that kind of stuff. So of course we want to get as much slipstream down the straight there, and I just carry on past, and we need to overtake both of those first 2 guys there in the braking zone. I did end up just clipping the inside of the CRZ there, the Honda. Obviously, if you can get it clean, you might save another 10th. But I did just clip the inside of his bumper there, and then just dab in the brakes and kind of try and get as much acceleration through that little left right there as possible. And then again straight back into the slipstream. You want to try and take that gulf on the braking. This this replay in itself is not very good. I could have done this a lot quicker, but I got the gold and I couldn't really be bothered to try and crank up my time. So if you can pass him in the braking there, then that is going to save you a lot more time than how I did it. As I said, this is quite slow. And then take these 2 guys in the next braking zone coming in through there. You don't need to brake too much, just a tiny bit of brakes, and then try and hit the gas through the rest of the corner, and you should find this first one fairly easy. Just take a little bit of time to practice the car. You can see I get in with 0.2 seconds over the gold. We're on to Suzuka with the Honda Vida. We're going from relatively slow pace to extremely fast. This car is just an absolute monster. Now I take the first car under braking there into the first corner. You want to get into 4th gear and then accelerate past the guy as you come around there, drop down into 3rd. You might just clip the inside of him as you come across there, but again, it's not too important as long as you can take him on that second of the 2 sort of apexes there. And then it's all about your just accelerator control and your brake control through those little chicanes. You can even take the Lexus a bit earlier than where I did, but you definitely want to take him before this long left-hander and get in the slipstream of the GTR coming down to this. You want to be trying to aim to take this guy on the little right-hander there. I took it kind of slow, but you can get past him a little earlier there. Just watch out in 2nd gear coming out of that slow right-hander there, because the car does lose a lot of grip. I just shifted up to 3rd very early. I lost a bit of speed. Again, I've overtaken the Honda Vida actually on that on the hairpin there at the end, but again this was a little slower, and actually only just managed to get in front of him before the end of the race there. Very, very close, but I did get the gold, and I did come first by just a fraction. So that was that one. That was a little bit trickier. Again, might take some time to get used to the car. Now this final one, I'm in the Nürburgring, and I should say actually for all of these I was using traction control set to 0 and everything else left as it is. except for on this track I actually changed the brake balance to 7 at the front and 3 at the back. Now if you don't know how to change the brake balance during a race, I've done a video on this, which is the RA controls video. I will leave a link in the description for that if you don't know how to change that during a race. Anyway, This one's going to be, you're going to really have to get used to the car. It's very slippery on this track. It kind of skids everywhere. You've got to be really careful. If you notice my braking there, I'm not hard on the brakes. The wheels seem to lock up a lot, and if you hit the curbs anywhere through there, you're very likely to spin. You want to be overtaking that Subaru somewhere in these little left and right cornerings through there, otherwise he will slow you down a lot. And generally speaking, overtaking on this track is not an easy thing to do, as many of you will probably know who are used to the ring. So really want to get past the Subaru as early as possible. You can take him on the same section as you take the Viper if you're on a quick lap, otherwise try and take him as soon as possible afterwards. I take the Skyline there on the straight, get really lucky, I bump him, he just literally drifts straight into the middle of the track as I go for the overtake, so I was really scared that I was going to get disqualified for that, but fortunately didn't. And at this stage I just didn't want to mess up. I knew I'd be able to take this guy before the end, so I just took it a little bit slow, maybe a bit too slow because my braking wasn't that great coming in there, and I ended up just glancing off his left hand side and up onto the bumper there, onto the side of the curb, and then I come in first. So again, on all three of those I could have been faster, but you get the general idea. You guys, if you're having difficulty, can go back and just watch all of that again. YouTube now allows you to watch things at slower and faster speeds, so you can even slow it down if you guys want to. That's just an idea. Anyway, yeah, I hope this helps you out. I hope you enjoy these new events. I've really enjoyed them. Definitely cool to see them introducing some new events. Yeah, if you've got any other problems or questions or need a bit of advice for any of the cars, then hit up the comments below. And other than that, I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.